इधर बैठ जाइए, प्लीज कम एंड सिट। I bow to all the seekers of truth. At the very outset, we have to know the truth is what it is. We cannot change it. We cannot transform it. We cannot conceptualize it. Truth is to be felt as you can feel hot and cold. Whatever we have had so far through our evolutionary process at this human awareness, we have known it on our central nervous system. So we have to know the truth on our central nervous system. Otherwise, it is either emotional idea or a mental idea, which has limitations. We think of science as if we have achieved a lot. In one area, we might say we have, in the sense that we have explored many things about matter. We have knowledge about the outside world quite a lot, but we don't know ourselves at all. We haven't got the knowledge of inner being. So much of science has created such a big civilization around, but it does not know its own roots. This is the reason why today we find that there is no solution for many things which we are facing. We have big organizations, we have conferences, arguments, discussions, everything at mental level. But the whole thing is not result oriented. If we see the human problems, we cannot say why are we here? What's the purpose of our life? That's why many people try to find their identity, which I think is a real thing one has to do, is to find your own identity. Why are you here on this earth? Science cannot answer this question. Why are we on this earth? What are we doing on this earth? What is the purpose of human life? What is the purpose of evolution? These questions cannot be answered by science. So then we start looking into religions. The religions that are in a mess, as we have seen today. I mean, if you want to know about religion, ask a Muslim about a Jew, and ask a Jew about a Muslim, and ask a Hindu about a Muslim. Ask any one of them and they will tell you all the worst thing that they know about them. Thus, in the idea that one God has created this one earth, one universe, we have so many religions. They are fighting among themselves, killing each other with the faith that they are fighting in the name of God. The absurdities of certain beliefs also are to be understood. One of them is the belief that there will be a resurrection time or the last judgment. And at that time, people will come out of their graves and they will be all judged. Now, can you believe such a story? I mean, at these modern times. What remains inside a grave is, I don't know. And all our forefathers, dinosaurs and all of them are going to come back on this earth from their graves. And then they are going to be judged. And those who will die in the name of God, so-called, will be resurrected. I mean, I was surprised at a Muslim who was fighting some sort of a jihad. And I asked him, why do you do it? He said, now, see, if we die now, we will be resurrected. This kind of a funny idea, I don't know from where it has come. Some people have tampered with the scriptures, I'm sure about it. And have tried to bring all nonsensical ideas to people who somehow give up all their intelligence, all their logic and believe it. So when an intelligent man looks at all these things, he becomes an atheist. Even by becoming atheist, one has to know, why are you here? What is the purpose of your life? Why are you here? What is the goal of your life? Is it just to waste your time? Or to be here for a short time and finish off? To insure yourself and then die? The worst thing that has happened to human beings, I think, is that materialism has taken over. By materialism, we have really become very gross, extremely superficial, and not bothered at all about spiritual life. Those people who did bother, whom I call as seekers, people of special category, were caught up by false gurus and lots of false things. Because they realized there's a market of such people. And such people must be somehow or other captured and used for their own purposes. Only purpose is making money, it's marketing. America, I came in the year 1972. And I was shocked at the spiritual awareness of human beings. They are willing to take anything that was selling in the market. They didn't like me because they thought that I don't take any money, so there must be some hocus pocus about it. This is the effect of materialism on their brains. I got so disgusted really with the whole thing. They accepted a 14-year-old guru who put some red liquid in a cannon and blasted 50,000 in this New York where his followers. And then they said he became a Yankee, married an American lady and settled down. He was wiser than others. Others went on till they were completely exposed and destroyed. But this fellow was wiser, he's somewhere here, I don't know. So, this is how one has to know what to seek. What is the truth? The truth is that you are not this body, this mind, this ego, these conditionings. Because you say my conditioning, my ego, my body, my. But who is this I? Who owns all these things? So you are the pure spirit. And the second truth is that there is an all-pervading power of divine love that does all these beautiful things like creating flowers, evolutionary process. Who runs our heart? If you ask the doctors, they will say it's the autonomous nervous system. But who is the auto? If you have an automobile, then there is a driver sitting there. Who is this driver? If you start going only into the question, who am I? Then you are a seeker of truth. Why am I here? Then you are a seeker of truth. Without the truth, you cannot solve any problem of this world. All the problems of the world mostly are caused by human beings, I think, who are blind and who cannot see the truth. And all these human problems come to you because of your chakras in your body. We must say that our Creator has been the greatest planner. If you see the periodic laws of chemistry, you will see how he has organized all the matter, how he has categorically divided them. And in the same way, he has planned within us a beautiful system by which we can become one with this all-pervading power of divine love. Once you become that, then what they call you become a saint. Means you become yourself. So what do you get? The first thing you get is the self-knowledge. You know about your own centers. You know about what's wrong with you. And you don't want to have it because you don't like it. Overnight, people have dropped alcoholism, drugs, overnight. I never say don't do anything because I know half of you might go away. But it just works that way, like a snake in your hand. And you are in darkness. Supposing you are obstinate. Somebody says, see, there's a snake in your hand. Please leave it. If you are obstinate, you say, no, it's a rope. What's wrong? That's the mantras these days. Tell some things to somebody, say, what's wrong? Till the snake bites the person, he'll go on holding. And when a little light comes in him, he will just drop it. That's exactly what happens to you when you become the self. The light of your spirit shines in your attention and you see the things in proper light. Now whatever I am telling you, you need not believe me at all because blindfoldedness has taken us to lots of problems. But whatever I am saying to you, if it works out and if you get your realization and if you feel the all-pervading power, then as honest people you have to believe me. You have to just keep your mind open like a scientist. Once you start feeling this all-pervading power on your fingertips, you have to use it and see for yourself what it has done to you. So the first thing happens to you is your self-knowledge on your fingertips. The inner knowledge, which is very important because that is the fundamental on which every human being stands. And also, you know the centers of others. You can feel the centers of others because a new dimension comes into your awareness, which we call as collective consciousness. Who is the other? You can feel everybody on your fingertips. And when you grow, you find that sitting down here, you can feel the vibrations of another person. The vibrations of this all-pervading power is like a cool breeze, as described in the Bible, cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. And once you master this art, some people don't take much time, at the most some people take 1 month. You become a master yourself. You become your own master. You can give realizations to others. And you can solve their problems. Now, this is to be absolutely free because it is living process of evolution. How much did we pay to Mother Earth for these flowers? The seed was sown in the Mother Earth and it sprouted because the seed had the built-in quality to sprout, and the Mother Earth has the built-in quality also to make it sprout. It's already built in within us, as already Stephen has told you. It's all within you. It looks miraculous. It looks fantastic. But don't you think these flowers are also very miraculous and fantastic? The way they have come out of one seed. It's all in you. It's your power. It is something so much your own. This force is in your triangular bone and just it rises. It's your own that you achieve your own self. You don't have to get into any kind of an involvement in it because you become that. It's a question of becoming, it's not lecturing. As you know, my husband has been with the UN. I've attended so many conferences and so many lectures. And I have known all that rigmarole. What we have to achieve is a real united world in reality, not artificial. Now SahajaYoga is working in 55 nations. And you find these people extremely loving, extremely compassionate, so joyous. They have entered into the kingdom of God. Last time I was in Russia when the coup was on. So I asked the SahajaYogis, there are in thousands in Russia. Aren't you worried about this in your country? What's happening? He said, why, mother? We have entered into the kingdom of God. Why should we worry about these Russians? All this has to happen so easily to all of you. And all of you have to have it. But I don't know what makes people shudder from it, from reality, from love of God. I think today you are very few people, we can have some questions and answers, would be a good idea. What do you say? And then I'll give you realization.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, करो जाओ मुझे सुनाइए। Yes, please, repeat.
He's saying, do you know who I am?
Myself.
नहीं, अपने बारे में।
आपके बारे में? About you or about myself?
About me.
About you. You are the pure spirit. I know you all are, but you don't know. That's the difference. Once you know that you are the pure spirit, then the whole thing will be transformed. And with this transformation, only we are going to change the world, not by lectures and conferences. No. This transformation has to come from within.
Why does this spirit take different forms, and what is the special significance of a spirit taking the human form?
Yeah.
Is your human spirit here? Why does it take different forms, and what is the significance?
Different forms of human spirit is, now God believes in beauty, you see, and He wants to create every leaf differently, to create variety, to create beauty. Otherwise we would be like robots, you see, all of us moving about, like military people. It would be interesting to live with such people, will it be?
मेरा क्वेश्चन थोड़ा अलग था. What I was asking is, when spirit takes the human form, different from say the animal form, what is the special significance of a spirit when it takes human form?
That he has to now become the spirit. Now the last breakthrough is only possible for human beings. That breakthrough is the one you have to achieve. That's why you are a human being. Now you see here, they have shown the brain like that, but actually it is like a pyramid. Only human brain is like that. And because of that, all these things work out. So you have to reach a certain stage of your evolution, from where you have to jump onto that form, where you become the spirit.
Can one ever lose realization?
Can one lose realization?
No, one cannot. If it, you see, actually, it's like a connection. Now see, this instrument is connected to the mains, alright? If it is not connected, it has no identity, no meaning, isn't it? But supposing it's a loose connection, then it may drop out. So best thing is to make the connection perfect, and which is very easy.
There's a question behind.
Okay.
Once we achieve realization, do we go out to give it to others, or do others come to us?
बोलते हैं एक बार पार हो गए.
Huh?
Once we achieve realization, should we go and give it to others, or should the others come to us and get it?
No, you should go all out. But imagine at this age of mine, 70 years, I am traveling all over the world. You can't enjoy. It's like, you see, you cannot enjoy it alone. So you want to give it to others, and then only you enjoy. Giving realization is the greatest joy.
Why do we human beings have fear of death?
Because you are in ignorance. Suddenly the lights go off, you will be frightened. You are ignorant. There's nothing like death. It's just transformation from one life to another. After this you are not afraid of anything. Nothing. And you are all the time protected. You can feel it. You are protected. Actually, you feel it. It is absolutely miraculous the way things happen. People have written to me how they were protected, how they were saved. They could not believe it because all the angels are with you. But if I tell you this, you won't believe in these modern things of science. But now many things are also discovered in science, like quantum theory. Can't explain. Yeah. Yes, please.
Mother, if someone has had a brain tumor and a cyst partially removed, would giving that person realization aggravate their condition, or would it help to improve it?
अगर किसी को ब्रेन ट्यूमर या सिस्ट हो और उसका ऑपरेशन हुआ उसके बाद अगर उसको रियलाइजेशन दें तो उससे एग्रेवेट हो जाएगा या इम्प्रूव हो जाएगा?
Aggravate होगा? It will improve. You see, any disease which is there actually gets cured. And I was recently, surprised. There was a gentleman with a brain tumor. I mean, you must not believe me, but you should see for yourself. And he wrote to me that, Mother, I have got brain tumor. They are saying they cannot locate it. We don't know what to do with this, that. So they are going to use a new scanning method by which they are going to say this. I said, you just go to our center, let us see what happens. After some time, a fax came saying that the doctors are saying you have no brain tumor. Because this Kundalini which rises, it nourishes your centers. And these centers look after every function, physical, mental, emotional and spiritual, of your being. If they are integrated, if they are nourished, if they are enlightened, how can you suffer? That's how many people have been cured. I must say, blood cancer has been cured, no doubt. We have so many patients who are living now for 6 to 7 years who were told you are going to die within 1 month. Doctors are honest, you see. They tell honest thing, you will die after 1 month, finished. And they are still living. Many heart patients, many diseases have been cured. And even AIDS, I must say, has been cured. But the AIDS people are a little bit psychologically different. There are two types I've seen. One are very arrogant and they are martyrs, you see, sort of thing. You just can't talk to them. And the second ones are who don't want to live. So we got about 5 patients in Australia. We treated them. Out of them, 2 are married. They are all right. And 2 took to the same style of life and they got it back. Only the one who has really completely cured is there. Stephen, how many years? He's here. Huh? He's very healthy. He's the healthiest man we have now in Surrey. If you have to carry any heavy luggage, we call him. But their psychology is so funny. I don't know how to deal with them because they think there is nothing wrong with them, are perfectly all right, and then what can you do with such people who think they are all right? How can you cure them?
Why did Peter and Paul alter Christ's teachings, and why is the Catholic Church against reincarnation? Wasn't Christ's resurrection a form of reincarnation?
Peter or Paul ने बाइबल क्यों चेंज करी? And why is the Catholic Church against realization?
All right. I'll tell you the truth. You know, this Mr. Paul, when I saw him in the Bible, I asked my father, who is this gentleman? So my father told me he's a squatter. And he was the man who killed so many Gnostic Christians, early Christians. He also killed a disciple of Christ, Stephen. And this Paul says that he saw a cross. I mean, it's never that way you see realization. It's a supraconscious experience. You will find that very soon. And that he met Christ is all nonsense. And then what happened with this man, that while doing all these sinful things, he discovered, he was a bureaucrat, and he discovered it's a good platform for him to jump in. Christianity. Now, what is the best way to handle? He found out Peter as the worst disciple of Christ. Christ has said that the devil will take you over. He said it about Peter. And this was the devil. And he told him that I will edit all the Bible. And it was he who wrote about Peter, because he could write about himself, that Christ gave the keys to this Mr. Peter, whom the devil was going to take over. That's how the Catholic Church started. Despite all these things, he wanted to edit Bible, and big fight between Matthews and him. Thomas ran away to India, and then he wrote his treatise, and they were kept in a jar in Egypt about 50 years back, now decoded, called as the Library of Hamadi, which is a big book, and people have probed into it and found out it's all SahajaYoga. He talks of experience and nothing else. So John also decided not to write himself, somebody else wrote for him. But lots of things are there, many things there are which are today can be verified. Despite all the effort of this Mr. Paul, I don't think he was intelligent enough to manage the rest of it. But whatever he tried was very, very dangerous. One of them was to say that this church is to be formed by Mr. Peter. And despite that, I must say, there have been very great good Catholics. This Luciano, another Pope who came, he was really a man who was shocked by the way things were happening, and he died, but they say he was martyred. So all these things happening in the Catholic Church today are because they are money oriented and power oriented. They are not spirit oriented at all. That's why they don't want to talk of self-realization. While Christ has said that you have to be born again, you have to know yourself, he said the same thing. Christ lived actually for 4 years with those mad people there. And he was crucified. In 4 years, what can you do? When my husband got a job in England, for 4 years I was struggling with hippies, very well educated, all of them professors, dogmatic hippies. 7 of them, for 4 years. I couldn't break their shells. For 4 years, what could Christ do with all these people? And that's why it has become like that. Even in Quran, I think Abu Bakr has taken something from the Bible as far as this resurrection part is concerned. Muhammad Sahib did write about resurrection, but this part that you will all come out of the graves, Muhammad Sahib could not have written. Could not have. And it is also coming from Jews, that you will come out of graves. I mean, I just don't know from where they got this idea. They cannot accept the Immaculate Conception, which we accept. Not only accept, it's a fact. Even Muhammad Sahib has said very clearly, respect the chastity of Mary. He has paid much more respect to Christ's mother than Paul. Paul hated women, he hated them. And the way he has said about Christ's mother was she was a woman and all that. I mean, this hatred for women, putting them down was so much. That's why I think that in the Western countries, women are very insecure. Very insecure. Only I've seen in films and things anywhere, only women are made nude, not men, as if they're sanctum sanctorium. And poor women have to show their body or do this with their body and sell their body, and no sense of chastity they should have. All the time trying to please the lower self of human beings. I mean, in India, even now, despite quite American influences come in the city, but despite that, any man looks at a woman, she'll go and slap him by looking at me. It's a very different culture we have come into because of this kind of a disrespect for women. And I think it's very primitive. Like in England, a country which is supposed to be very developed, they have been fighting if a woman would be a priest or not. Imagine. In India, a woman is the power, the Shakti. She's your mother, she's your sister, she's your daughter. She cannot be a priest. This is the worst that has happened. But not that. It was not so that women were not respected. See, at the time of George Washington or all those places. I've read all those books of those times. It was not so bad, but gradually it has come down to this level that women have to sell their body. Somehow. It is very surprising that women are not respected. And I would blame Mr. Paul for that. He has never shown any respect for any woman whatsoever. Now, we are at a point to understand that morality is the basis of religion. And morality is the basis of human existence. Last night only I was watching your TV. And I was looking at the university program. I was shocked, the filth. They were talking, I mean, I can't believe it, how your children are going to live in this filthy circumstance. And there was the dean of the faculty of Harvard University who said that homosexuality is not prohibited in Christianity, and the priest agreed with it. Poor thing, there were about 24, 25 very sweet boys standing, said we don't believe in it, and they were saying Lord's Prayer. So now, in England, a canon has said that extramarital or relationships are to be allowed in Christianity, otherwise we will not have people in the church. Openly. Because church has to run. These priests are to be paid. And if there are no people, who's going to pay? It's a market. I mean, it's in every religion. I'm not saying it's only with Christianity. But at least the Christians have realized all these things. In some religions, they are still fundamentalist. They don't see the bad points. It is something so remarkable that on one side, these are the developed countries, and here, as far as spirituality is concerned, they are so primitive. This materialism has done this harm, and one has to be careful. Thank God there is recession, so people are now looking at themselves. Recession has done a lot of good in every country. Maybe it's the after effect of so-called democracy, the demonocracy. It is a divine working. Like people ask me why there was such a big earthquake after they worshipped Sri Ganesh. What is Sri Ganesha? Is the symbol of innocence, of auspiciousness, of purity, of holiness. I have seen in Pune and other places, whenever they have nowadays, you see, somehow we Indians have taken to American life. When British were there, we were very much more Indian. But now we are having discourse in front of Ganesha. They get drunk, wear funny dresses, do funny actions, vulgar, sing very, very vulgar songs in the presence of Sri Ganesh. I saw this and I was saying, oh, they should be careful, What they are doing, it's a sinful thing. And if Sri Ganesha gets annoyed, this Maharashtra can be destroyed. Imagine this Maharashtra where Sri Ganesha is respected so much, worshipped so much, every household will have Sri Ganesh, and that's what they do every year for 10 days. So, these things will happen. Somebody asked me about Missouri and Mississippi, why they were friends. Perhaps you may not be knowing because I'm quite an old woman, I know many things, much more than others. You see, these people living the white skin were called as rednecks in Missouri, Mississippi. They kill indiscriminately many black people, put them in the river. And they would put say some crime was done by an Englishman, they would involve somebody who was black. They were called as rednecks, you see, because they had a red neck here, the Vishuddhi. But I saw them running away from the river with all their rednecks, you see, this time. Yes. In the Bible it's written, such destructions will be there. We have to take to moral life. Immorality cannot be. But forced morality doesn't work out. Once you become a realized soul, then what happens? You become righteous. You cannot do wrong things. You become the source of compassion, love, dynamism, good health, everything. Source of joy. And that's what has not happened to us. Once it happens to us, we just don't do wrong things. We just don't do it. We are not meant for that. Immediately we start seeing what is right and what is wrong. Is there any other question? Yes, please.
What do you think of the power of the human mind?
Sunu?
Power of the human mind.
Power of the human
Huh?
mind. What do you think of the power of the human mind?
Is limited. At the most you can mesmerize people with your power of mind. You know this Satya Sai Baba so-called. I have a tape now. He used to mesmerize people and do all these miracles. But it so happened that our great Prime Minister and also our President, when enamored by our Home Minister, who comes from the same place as Usmanabad, he was elected from there. He took them down, all these people, great, because he believed that he is miraculous. Well, why should God give you gold and diamonds? Why should He give? No logic. So these poor things went there just to please the Home Minister. But with them went 4 cameras. And the cameras started taking photographs. Now you cannot mesmerize cameras, isn't it? And it's so clearly you see a man passing the gold necklace to him, and he does that and gives it. Clearly. It all came out in the newspapers. Also I've got a tape myself, and many people have this tape now with them. So this is what it is. With the mind you can mesmerize others. You can mesmerize the weak minds. And I was told that somebody was making the pendulum move with the mind. What is the purpose of moving a pendulum? What do you get? Are you here to waste your time moving a pendulum? Is that the value of your life? Another nonsense is that you can fly in the air about 3 feet high, you can jump. When already we have traffic problem. What is the sense in doing all? I mean, what has happened to human beings? Why can't they understand that what is the sense? What is the value of these things? Yeah. And the man from this TM came to me one day. He was the head of the flying academy in Scotland. Head. Suffering from epilepsy. His wife suffering from epilepsy. His director suffering from epilepsy, and his daughter also. And then he told me the whole story is so horrible. How do you get impressed by these things? So what did he tell me? That he was a merchant, diamond merchant. His wife was the granddaughter of a duke. Lots of money. And they took to this TM, and he said, why don't you go and start this flying academy? So we started a flying academy. Now many have come to me from TM. And what he did was just to break their bottoms, that's all. They didn't achieve anything. It was all falsehood. He confessed it to me that his guru told him that you go to America and just say that I came to America without any visa, just in my meditation. And Americans believed it. Can you beat that? They believed it, that he came with the power of his mind without the visa. It's a fact. If you believe in stupid things, then what should we say? And today that man is bankrupt, has gone back to South Africa. Of course I cured him, his wife was cured, his child was cured, and the director was cured, no doubt. Now they have gone back, he's written a book, but nobody wants to publish it, because they are saying if you publish it, these people will kill you. That book is with me. I can tell anyone. I am not afraid. Somebody tried to push him down from the train also. And now new marketing, it's a marketing thing. Now new marketing has started about Ayurveda. That too I think is not at all done scientifically. For Ayurveda, why should you go to TM? What is the need? The other day they were saying that they pour hot oil on the agya. Hot is very bad for the agya. Absolutely, you will know yourself. You will find out yourself what's wrong for what chakra. But because, you see, Americans have never known black magic, they have never known, I think, all this kind of crooked people. They believe that. And they are minting money. Rajneesh came here, he minted money, everybody comes here to do that. And then what happens to the nation is recession. Where is the money gone? Into the ashrams of all these. So we have to be sensible, logical. If you have any power of the mind, then try to see that this is not the truth. Try to see this is nonsense. That is the real power of the mind, that you can discriminate. Today only I met a lady, she had been to many gurus and all that, and she was in a mess. She said, but I didn't stick on to them, I could find out they're all false and I ran away from there. But she's hurt very much. So I told her that all right, doesn't matter. You can be cured, you can be all right. And amazingly, what she said, Mother, I see your disciples who are so knowledgeable, who know so many things. They are telling you about my chakras. I've never seen that anywhere. On the contrary, all of them are fighting in other organizations. That's the good point of falsehood, that people fight. I have to really warn you that this is the most important time in the history of this universe. And this is the time when you are all going to get your self-realization. Don't be enamored by nonsensical things. These nonsensical things can only be appreciated by stupid and idiotic people. And SahajaYoga is not meant for idiots. It's meant for people who are alert and aware and who want the truth. And this is what one has to understand. That all these wrong things that we have learned, like Freud, Mr. Freud. When I first came here, I just denounced. Said all nonsense is talking. And I openly said it. But they didn't like me. Because Freud has become Jesus Christ here, our Lord, Jesus Christ, Mr. Freud. So you couldn't talk to them about it. You couldn't say anything to them. And now you know the result today. Where are you? It was Freud who was another devil who ruined this country. And now there are books. I've seen Fraudulent Freud. Another one is the fall of Freudian empire. Now, after so many years, I see that. And that time the same people, they were just worshippers of Freud. Very nice. He was the one who, if you want to go to hell, take 2 running jumps and go there. It's like that. And he did it. No respect for your private life. No respect for yourself. No respect for this human body which God has created with such delicacy. No respect for your own personality. It's such a great thing that you are human beings. And you have to love yourself and respect yourself. Because you are the ones who are going to become saints. Any other question, please?
Do you think that marriage helps in the spiritual growth?
शादी के बारे में पूछना
Huh?
है। Does marriage help in spiritual growth?
Of course,
In what way?
in every way.
Could you give me a few examples?
If you are unmarried and you say, I'm not going to marry, and you are a very big tapasvi, better be aware. If you meet someone like that, go with a barge pole. It's so unnatural that is full of temper and anger. You see bachelors, you see, if they are chronic bachelors, you know, cynical people, very hot-tempered. Marriage gives you the balance. It gives you the balance. It's the way we really understand the truth about life. Of course, there are problems in marriages, I know. There are many cases of unhappiness also. But not in SahajaYoga. Every year we marry about 80 to 85 people internationally. Hardly 1% divorced. 1%. And they have beautiful children. All of them are born realized, because there are so many who want to be born. And they can only be born to people who are realized souls. Beautiful children. So marriage, even many people who are married earlier, they come back and marry in SahajaYoga. It's a real marriage, and so beautiful to see how they live happily with each other. Somebody is marrying from Colombia to England, or from Russia to America. Perfect. Because their wavelength of spirituality is the same. Those who don't want to marry, I'm sorry, I can't give you realization.
Dr. Kundalini, have we reached a special time why we can raise now for so many people?
Okay, about the Kundalini, are we in a special time that we can raise for so many people at one time?
Of course, that's what I'm saying. It's a very, very special time. I call it a blossom time, because so many people are here who are just flowers, are about to become the fruits. I call it a blossom time. It's called as the Last Judgment, as called as the Qiyamah, is also called as a resurrection time, Utthan Samay. All kinds of names have been given, but this is the time. The modern times, the Kali Yuga as they call it, the worst time for human beings, when they seek. Yes.
What is the cause of suffering?
What is the cause of suffering?
Suffering? Ignorance, my child. Ignorance. That's why you suffer.
Ignorance of what?
What kind of ignorance?
Huh?
Ignorance of what?
Ignorance of reality. You don't know reality. That's why. You see, supposing you are sitting next to the water and there is darkness, you can't see it. Now you're crying, I want water, I want water. The water is here. I'm suffering, I want water. The water is here. It's ignorance, the darkness of ignorance. But reality is very beautiful, very beautiful. Those people who tell you to suffer, don't listen to them. There's no need. Christ has already suffered for us, isn't it? But this is the way also people make money. You must suffer. Give all your money, all your house, your children, everything to me, and you suffer now, you fast. In India, all the Brahmins will tell you fast now for so many days. And last day will come, you give us 5 kilos of sweets for your fasting. And we do, Indians do. Even if they will have a homa for the home, they will give money. But one day I discovered one gentleman called Murari Bapu. Some or other I met there, some or other, Sahaj. I was amazed. He had arranged the marriage of Sri Rama and Sri Sita. Small little Sri Ram, small little Sri Sita. And he was asking all the ladies to give something for her trousseau. And they were taking all their gold and diamond bangles and everything, giving it to her. And they were doing it. I mean, Indians are also quite Shraddhavan, as they call it. Such stupid things they do in the name of God. I went to a village and they were coming and they all touched feet of a saint. So one lady brought 10 naya paisa. She gave it to me. So they said, mother doesn't take money. All right, I'll give 1 rupee. They cannot imagine that a person who is a saint will not take any money. Even in the mandir they will go, they have to pay money. So in India there's a lot of stupidity, you can't imagine. But once we start talking of SahajaYoga, it spreads like fire, because they know that's the last thing. That much they know. Can you get up, madam? We can't
What
hear.
was the question? He's asking you, suffering होती है, is this because of
Huh?
जो suffering करते हैं, is it because of the karma?
Now, I must tell you, this karma theory was all right when it was Sri Krishna was there. Today it is not. Today it's this center you see here, the Agya Chakra. This is the chakra bestowed upon by the grace of Christ. If Christ is awakened there, then both these things, you see on this side and that side, one is the ego which you think you are doing the karma, another is the conditioning, both are sucked. And that's how your Kundalini rises. So you fall into the category what we call is akarma. When you are doing something, but you don't think you are doing it. Akarma. It is said that he died for your sins, didn't he? When he is awakened, he sucks in. This philosophy was all right at that time, not today.
Yeah.
How do you learn to forgive?
How do you learn to forgive?
Huh?
How do you learn to forgive?
Now, it's a logic apply. Whether you forgive or you don't forgive, you don't do anything. What do? Nothing. But you do one thing. When you don't forgive, you torture yourself. So the person who has troubled you is quite happy. And here you are torturing yourself, playing into the wrong hands. Alright? Why should you torture yourself? Leave it to God. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. You spoke of morality as being foundation of a spiritual life.
Huh?
Morality, you spoke about being the foundation of spiritual life.
And I'm wondering if we need to have a certain morality in order to receive the Shakti, the self-realization. And if so, what is that morality? You also spoke of being married as a moral act, or wanting to become married. Does that mean exclude homosexuals or people who would rather be single in their lifetime? Does that exclude them
She
from
thinks that
being moral
morality is the basis of
being an initiate
achieving realization here. That's what she's understood. What happened, and you also said that marriage is essential for that part. So what's going to happen to homosexuals and those who prefer to lead a single life? You know?
I have to tell you the truth again. Homosexuality is not a sin, but is ignorance. When you get possessed, I have cured many people who suffer from it. I have seen a man gets possessed by a woman, and then he behaves like that. I had never heard of such a thing in my lifetime. Only in the West it is more. I used to think from where it has come. I feel the way so many Indians were killed. Maybe their spirits are catching. It is absurd, it is unnatural, it is nonsense. It so happened in Greece, I was there, and one of the SahajaYogis, Michael, who had arranged my program, told me that there's a television, but the man who will interview is the chairman of the gay people. I said, all right, doesn't matter. But at the right time, when he was interviewing, this happened about a month before, I just forgot that he is the chairman of that. I just forgot, automatically. And the poor fellow, you see, he asked me many nice questions, he was quite intelligent. And then he said, but what do you say if a man has feelings for another man or a woman has a feeling for another woman? I'd forgotten that he was the chairman. So I said, it is absurd. It is unnatural. When you get possessed only it happens like that. He said, really? Yes, I said. It happens like that. So do you correct these things with SahajaYoga? Yes, it gets corrected with SahajaYoga, no doubt. But men are easy. They're very easy. They take to really a proper normal life. But women are difficult. Because they mentally sort of something goes wrong. They find it difficult. So the men are all right. Yes, they're good. Oh, so there's some hope. I couldn't understand why he's saying so. Actually, he was wanting to get out of it. He was the chairman of this nonsense. And when I asked them about how they got it, it is really a possession. Now this disease of schizophrenia, I've never seen in India anybody getting sick for a short time and then he's normal. Only here. Very common. Must be these people who have been killed here in thousands are possessive. I went to Argentina, I wanted to see a red Indian. They said, we have none. Went to Chile, they said, we have none. They took me to the museum to show. And even in the museum, the gentleman who was made like that, the statue, was not a red Indian but a white man. Because they must have used a model for a white man only. So they all ran up to the Columbia above. And do you know one thing? It's a divine way of working out, I think, the way you are taking drugs. Where is it made? Do you know that? And how is it you have taken to those drugs? Think of it. Why people took to drugs? From those countries where people have ran away and hid themselves, they are the ones who got the cocaine. These are the karmas. These are the collective karmas. But after realization, nothing. One has to pay even for collective evil we have put on others. One has to pay. You see, in those days they never had any idea of aggressiveness or what you can call the domination of others. It was after Hitler just they felt that this is a wrong thing. Before that, no. It is very surprising. Even in India people came, you see, for 300 years nicely. Hospitality of Indians they accepted. 300 years. But now if one Indian has to go to England, they will kill him. Did they come with any visas to India by any chance? See in a wider aspect how human beings have been cruel, how they have been killing. Every time I come to America, in immigration they trouble me when I have a diplomatic passport. Every time. So the people who were troubling me, I said, you are all immigrants also. From where do you come? So this is a new sin they are committing, new sin. This world is so great that no population will be more. But one must understand the balancing. One must treat this world as one and see how you can help each other. This is one body, one organism. It is working out, you don't know, secretly or maybe. With recession now, you are consuming all the goods from the developing countries. And they are coming up to your level. China has done that. Balance has to be there. The divine is at work, but one must understand that for our wrongdoings, we have to pay collectively. But after realization, you are out of it, absolutely out of it. I have always seen people, like today only a Swiss SahajaYogi rang me up and said, Mother, Swiss are the most hypocritical people you will meet. The Swiss telling me about the Swiss. And after realization, if you ask Americans, they will tell about America. If you ask the Indians, they'll tell about Indians. If you ask the Russians, they'll tell about Russians. They just start seeing what's wrong with them. They never criticize others, I've seen. They will criticize their own people, always. It's very surprising how they start seeing that how in ignorance we accepted certain things which were wrong. Because the light of the divine comes within us. And such compassion and such love. So one fellow got sick because, I don't know why, he jumped into an ice cold water for swimming. From all over the world, letters, telephones, fax. They said not for 1 minute the fax was quiet. So worried about it. All over the world. It's just, my heart was filled with such joy. We have never used the power of love, the power of hatred, always. It's time now for you to be the source of that divine love. You can be, all of you can. Alright. So now, it's time. We all should get our realization today. It will take hardly about 10 minutes for you, not more than that. Only 10 minutes. And it's very simple. Nothing can happen to you that is dangerous or in any way troublesome. Only thing, there are 3 conditions we have to follow. The first condition is that you have to have full confidence in you that you will get your realization. Now don't think I am a sinner. Don't be guilty. You are not a sinner of any kind. So first of all, you have to forgive yourself. Alright. At this moment, forget the past. You have to be in the present. And you will be in the present by this happening. We are either in the future or in the past. But in between there's a very little space of present which expands with this happening. and you become absolutely thoughtlessly aware. So, this is one condition. The second one is that you have to forgive everyone. Don't think about them also. It's not worth thinking about it. Just forgive. Forgive everyone without thinking about them. In general, you have to say, I forgive everyone. That's all. In general. Thirdly, not to feel guilty at all. I've done it before, I said it before, and now again I say not to feel guilty at all, because if you feel guilty, then this center on the left catches. Vishuddhi. And when this center catches, you can get spondylitis, angina, lethargic organs, all kinds of problems can come if you feel guilty. So why feel guilty unnecessarily? If you have made any mistake, just face it that moment and finish it off. But don't keep it here, that guilt. That's not going to help. Especially for the Catholics. One has to understand that this confession was not written in the Bible at all. Never. Nobody confessed anything to Christ, nor was it written that you should confess to these priests. They also become mad, you also become mad. Alright. So these are very, very simple conditions. We have to now just take out our shoes if possible, it helps. You have already taken out all of you. This is Mr. Stephen must have done it. All right. Just to take help from Mother Earth, because she sucks in our problems. They have all grown so big. All right. Now, as I told you, it happens spontaneous, like a living process. You don't have to do anything. But the finger tips and the hand, here we have the centers of the sympathetic nervous system, the left side and the right side. Left side is the power of desire, right side is the power of action. So what we do is to use our left hand like this. You put it on your lap, very comfortably, like this. Like this. This is suggestive of your desire to have your self-realization, just like this. Now with the right hand, we have to nourish our centers on the left hand side, ourselves. This you have to do only today, only for today or tonight. Now, so now also remember that left and right are two powers, so we put both our feet apart from each other like this. Now be sure that you are all going to have it. Don't doubt yourself by any chance. Now put your right hand on your heart. In the heart resides the spirit. I've already told you that if you become the spirit, you become your own guide, you become your own master. So you take your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side, which is the center of your mastery. Then you have to have your pure knowledge of the divine. And to awaken that, you have to put your hand in the low portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. This is the center of pure knowledge of the divine. Now I have to tell you that I respect your freedom and I cannot force this pure knowledge on you nor your self-realization. You have to ask for it. Now raise your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen. Keep your eyes open, it's alright. Just now see for yourself. This I'm just showing you. Then on your heart. Then in the corner of your neck and your shoulder, the left tissue as I told you, put your right hand head to your right. Now this center is catching very much here. So please don't feel guilty at all. Now raise your right hand on top of your forehead across and please bend your head. This is the center when you have to forgive everyone without thinking about them in general. Now, take back your right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head as far as possible. Here, without feeling guilty, without counting your mistakes, just for your satisfaction, you have to ask forgiveness from this all-pervading divine power of love. Now, stretch your right hand palm fully. Put the center of this palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone in your childhood. In Sanskrit called as Talavyam, in Hindi is called as Talu. Now, bend your head as far as possible. It's important now push back your fingers, otherwise there will be no pressure on this scalp. Push back your fingers and now move your scalp clockwise 7 times. 7 times. Clockwise. Push back your fingers, push back your fingers, push back your fingers. Now bend your head, bend your head, bend your head. And now. Now that we have to do with our closed eyes, that's all. Please see that both feet are away from each other. You put your left hand towards me, right hand on the heart, and close your eyes. You can take out your spectacles. Don't open them till I tell you. It's better to take out your spectacles. Now put your right hand, please, on your heart. Here you have to ask me a very fundamental question about yourself. You can call me Shri Mataji or Mother, whatever you like. Please ask a question in your heart. Mother, am I the spirit? Ask 3 questions, 3 times. I have already told you that if you become the spirit, you become your own master. So please take down your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. And here you have to say 3 times again and ask a question very fundamental about yourself. Mother, am I my own master? Please take your right hand in the low portion of your abdomen on the left hand side, press it hard. Here I have already told you that I cannot force pure knowledge of the divine on you. You have to ask for it. Now this center has got 6 petals, so please ask 6 times, Mother, please give me pure divine knowledge. As soon as you ask for the pure divine knowledge, the Kundalini starts rising, and we have to nourish our upper centers with our self-confidence. So now raise your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen, and here with full confidence you have to say 10 times, Mother, I am my own master. This center has been created by great prophets and great seers within us. Now, raise your right hand on top of your heart. I have already told you that you are not this body, this mind, these conditionings and your ego, but you are the pure spirit. Here you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Please say it 12 times. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Say it 12 times. This all-pervading power is the ocean of knowledge, ocean of bliss, ocean of joy, but above all, it is the ocean of forgiveness. So whatever mistakes you have committed are easily dissolved in this ocean of forgiveness. So please forgive yourself and raise your right hand in the corner of your neck and turn your head to your right. Here you have to say with full confidence 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Please say it with full confidence. Put your head to your right, please. I have already told you that when you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. But if you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands. So now please raise your right hand on top of your forehead across, and please put down your head as far as possible. Here, you have to say from your heart, not how many times. Mother, I forgive everyone in general. Please say it from your heart. Just say it. Mother, I forgive everyone in general. Still, you think that you cannot forgive. So better ask forgiveness from the all-pervading divine power, for not forgiving also. Now take your right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head. Here, without counting mistakes, without feeling guilty. Push back as far as possible. Hold it tight and push back. You have to say from your heart again, O divine power, if I have done any mistake, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Say it from your heart. Just for your satisfaction, you have to say. Now, stretch your palm and put the center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area. Here again, I cannot force self-realization on you. You have to ask for it. So now stretch back your fingers, put a good pressure on the scalp, and please put your head down as far as possible. Now move the scalp 7 times clockwise, slowly saying, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Saying 7 times. Bend your heads, please bend your heads. Now, please take down your hands. Please open your eyes. Put both the hands like this towards me. Now bend your head and see for yourself with your left hand if there's a cool or a hot breeze-like vibrations are coming out of your own fontanelle bone area, from your own. Now don't put your hand on top of your head but away from it. And just try to see, move your hand a little bit and see if there's a cool breeze or a hot breeze coming out of your head. If it is hot, that means you have not yet forgiven. So again, please try to forgive and forgive. Now, please put left hand towards me like this. And with the right hand, please bend your head. Bending your head is important. See for yourself if there's a cool breeze or a hot breeze coming out of your head. And now forgive. Forgiveness is very important because this center is very constricted. And if you don't forgive, the Kundalini won't work. So please forgive. Now, again, once more, with the right hand, please bend your head and see with your left hand on top of your fontanelle bone area if there's a cool or a hot breeze coming out of your head. Don't get upset if it is hot, it will cool down. Now, please put both your hands towards the sky like this. And push back your head. And now ask a question, any one of these questions 3 times. Push back your head. Mother, is this the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost? Or, Mother, is this the all-pervading power of divine love? Or, Mother, is this the Parama Chaitanya? Ask any one of these questions 3 times. Now take down your hands. Now watch me without thinking. Put your hands like this. You can watch me without thinking. It's the first stage where I said you become thoughtlessly aware. All those who have felt cool or hot breeze out of their fontanelle bone area, or on their fingertips, or on their palms, please raise both your hands. Practically the whole of America. My God, you represent it. May God bless you. May God bless you. You all have got it. It's so great. You didn't get it, madam? You didn't get it?
I think so.
Yes.
I think that my
Don't
hands,
doubt.
my
It
hands,
is there.
yes, yeah.
It is there.
I didn't feel it up here.
No, you will get it. Ask for it. Mother, come in my hand. Just ask it. Keep it there. I'm at your disposal. You feel very peaceful. But this is just the beginning, the sprouting. As I said, the connection must be properly done. Connection must be established. And we have a nice center here. I don't know when they meet. We have very good SahajaYogis. When do they meet? Yeah?
Friday. Every Friday here.
Every Friday. Yes, good. What time?
6:30.
You will know everything about it because the knowledge is like an ocean. In English language, I must have given at least 4,000 lectures, only in English language, and so many in others. So you can come here, listen to my lectures, and become experts and enjoy. That's the message. Enjoy yourself. Nothing has to be done but to enjoy yourself and enjoy each other. So may God bless you. Want to sing a song? All right, go ahead. You want to sing a song? Just take one song more.
Gana गा रहे हैं.
You want to sing one song to me? I never heard that singing.
If you can just wait one more moment, we're going to sing a song. And the thing with music is that it kind of gets beyond the words, and you can really feel the vibration sometimes, more so with music. So perhaps you can sit with your hands out and enjoy the music.
Have some patience.
Yes.
Yes. progressed very well in SahajaYoga, and next year we'll be standing like big trees, big support of this great movement called the revolution or the evolution. May God bless you.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
This also has vibration. If you are made, let's see. You can breathe.
Just in case people didn't get the connection, these programs every Friday are actually held in this room.
May God bless you. It's your own.
Yes, and there will be a program here on the 16th of October
Your eyes are all shining.
in New York, yes. Where? For the auditorium of the New York Society of Ethical Culture, 2 West 64th Street, Manhattan, 7 p.m. on the 16th of October.